In this topic, we understand how credit value at risk, or credit VaR, is calculated using simulation with a Copula approach. The idea is to model how different borrowers might default together, rather than independently. This is important because defaults are often correlated in real markets. The process begins by defining a Copula function. A Copula helps us link individual default probabilities into a joint distribution, capturing the dependency between borrowers. The most commonly used Copula in practice is the normal Copula. Next, we simulate default times. We generate correlated random numbers and convert them into default times for each borrower using their individual default probability distributions. After that, for each simulated scenario, we calculate the market value of the portfolio and the corresponding profit or loss. Each simulation tells us whether a loan defaults or survives within the time horizon. Then, we combine all simulation results to build a loss distribution. Credit VaR is simply a percentile of this loss distribution. In other words, it tells us the worst expected loss at a given confidence level. Now let's understand this with an example. Consider a portfolio with two loans, one rated BB and the other rated CCC, each with a notional value of 1 million. There are four possible outcomes. Only BB defaults, only CCC defaults, both default, or no default at all. We simulate 1,000 correlated scenarios using a normal Copula. These simulated values are converted into probabilities and then mapped to default times for each loan. For each scenario, we assign a terminal value and calculate the loss as the difference between the initial portfolio value and the simulated terminal value. From the results, we observe that if only the BB loan defaults, the loss is 710,000. If only the CCC loan defaults, the loss is 780,000. If both loans default, the loss is 1,490,000. And if no loan defaults, the loss is 0. Finally, we sort all simulated losses to form a loss distribution. At a 99% confidence level, the credit VaR is approximately 1,490,000, corresponding to the worst-case scenario where both loans default. At a 95% confidence level, the credit VaR is around 780,000, corresponding to the CCC default scenario. So, credit VaR essentially tells us how much we can lose in extreme but plausible scenarios, taking into account the correlation between defaults.